Hello, my dear students. I hope you are all staying safe at your home due to this COVID-19. Today, I'm going to cover the topic of the subject HRM, Human Resource Management. The name of my topic is Promotions and Demotions. So let us discuss first the topic promotion. What is promotion? The various definitions have been given by various authors of promotion. We have here of Pigou and Myers. What does he say? He says promotion is the advancement of an employee to a better job, better in terms of greater responsibility, more prestige, more status, greater skill, and especially increased rate of pay or the salary. In the words of Scott and Clothier also, a promotion is a transfer of an employee to a job which pays more money or one that carries some preferred status. When a person is shifted from the present status to a higher job with more responsibilities and high skills, that is termed as promotion. Purpose of promotion now. The main purpose, the very first basis of promotion is to boost the morale of the employees. You need to motivate your employees to get promoted by what they need to grow and develop. To develop a competitive spirit among the employees also for acquiring knowledge and skills required according to the higher level jobs. To retain skilled and talented employees in our organization to become a competitive edge. We need to promote our people to utilize more effectively the knowledge and the skill. Inefficient persons are obviously they will feel demoralized and they may be get rid out of it of the organization, so that only the efficient people will be there in our organization. Next are the basis of promotion. Then how we can promote an employee, that the person is to be promoted or not. There may be two bases on the basis of which you can differentiate them or in the basis of which you can easily promote them. So every organization has to devise some criteria on the basis of which promotion will be done. So if promotion is not based on some solid basis, then there will be resentment among the employees. There may not be harmonious relationship will be in the employees. And for that we have the basis, that is first one is the seniority and the second is the merit basis. Covering the seniority as a basis of promotion. What does the seniority implies? It implies relative length of service in the organization and it is counted from the date of the joining of an organization. This system is also based on the tradition of respect for the older people, right? Next, advantages of seniority as in basis of promotion. It is relatively easy to measure as this is only the length of the services covered by an employee. System is simple, it is simple to easy and to understand and easy to operate. No favoritism is there, no biasness is there. It provides a sense of satisfaction to the senior employees also. Now, there are some of the disadvantages of taking seniority as a basis of promotion. So, here are a few points I have covered. First point is, oldest is not always the ablest. This is the very important point, that oldest is not always the ablest. Might be the old people may not be that tech savvy, not be that able like the present generation. So this may become an hindrances in the way of promotion. Demotivates and demoralizes the young employees who are talented. The youth which is coming, it is very talented, as we all know, very tech friendly. So sometimes it demotivates the employees of the present era, that the senior people are getting more promoted and they are given preferences and all the things. Third point, it kills the ambitions and zeals to improve the performance of the employees. It fails to attract the young employees often. Now, merit as a basis of promotion. When we take merit as a basis of promotion, it employs what? Merit employs the knowledge, skills and the performance record of an employee. Means what the ability he has, the capability, the skills, whatever positive points that particular person has, that counts to the merit. Now, advantages of taking merit as a basis of promotion. First point, it motivates competent employees to work hard and acquire new skills. as an employee knows if he works hard, he acquires new skills, he tests his potential, he develops, he grows, he knows if he is very much highly competitive among an employee, among the above employees, then he can easily compete the people, and he gets the merit out of them. And it helps again to maintain efficiency of an organization by recognizing the talent and the performance. Every organization needs talented people, performance based people, so it becomes a boost for an organization also. It helps to attract and retain young and the senior employees in the organization as well. Next, there are few disadvantages of merit as a basis of promotion. We have a few points over here. First point is difficult to judge merit. It is very difficult to judge whether a person is meritorious or not. Not always the degrees, education qualifications, that compart with the person's ability. When young employees are promoted over the older employees, the old and the experienced people may leave the organization sometimes. Old employees may feel insecure in the group of the people who are almost all of them are young, so they may feel insecure. They may take voluntary retirement, they may plan to go out of the organization, and some things like this. Seniority come merit basis now. A proper balance between the two criterion can be created in several ways. First point, minimum length of service may be prescribed. Relative weightage may be assigned to a senior person and to a meritorious person. Third point, employees with a minimum performance record and qualifications are treated eligible for the promotions only. Promotion policy. So what could be a good promotion policy, or what is a promotion policy? It means a clear-cut promotion policy essential for the healthy industrial relations. The management and the employees should be clear about the criteria to be followed for promoting the employees. As discussed earlier, promotion may be based on either seniority or merit or both of them. So this is one aspect which a promotion policy should incorporate.